So yeah, hello and welcome to the channel, guys. Today we got a very good list for you all, guys. This is the list of best-selling video games of all time. So hope you guys are ready for the list, and let's begin with this video. Number 5, PlayerUnknown's Battleground, which sold 50 million copies. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is an online multiplayer battle royale game developed and published by PUBG Corporation, a subsidiary of South Korean video game company Bluehole. The game is based on the previous modes that were created by Braden for the other games inspired by the 2000-year movie, which was Battle Royale, a Japanese film, and it's expanded into a standalone game under brand. In the game, up to 100 players parachute onto an island and scavenge for weapons and equipment to kill others while avoiding getting killed by themselves. The available safe area of the game's map decreases in size over time, and time directing surviving players into tighter areas to force encounters. The last player or team standing wins the round. Battleground. So basically what Battleground is actually it's player versus player shooting game in which you just land into an island. It's pretty much deathmatch. You just scavenge for weapons, fight against them, kill them, and the last team standing or player standing wins the game. So that's it basically. So moving on to number 4. So the number 4 sports is YU Sports, which sold close to like 83. YU Sports was the best-selling game in a single platform, which sold nearly 83 million copies of it. So that's pretty much like you didn't expect it, right? YU Sports is a 2006 sports video game which was actually developed and published by Nintendo for the Wii U video game console. The game was released in North America along with the Wii on November 19, 2006 and was released in Japan, Australia and Europe the following month. It was included as a pack-in game with the console in all territories except Japan and South Korea, making it the first sport game including with the launch of the Nintendo system since Mario Tennis for the Virtual Boy. YU Sports consists of 5 separate sports games inside a game, which is tennis, baseball, bowling, golf, and boxing, accessed from the main menu. The game uses sensor capabilities of the YU remote and nunchuck attachment to controller the actions on the on-screen ball pit. Sounds scary enough, right? Yes, it did actually when I just first started reading it. The player moves with the remote in a similar manner to show how separate games are played in real life. For example, holding and swinging the YU remote like a golf ball, baseball bat, or bowling ball. Some aspects of the gameplay are computer controlled. In tennis, player movement is controlled by the YU while the swinging of the racket is controlled by the player. Baseball consists of batting and pitching while all the other fielding and baseball running handle with the YU controller, of course that's gonna be. So the number 3 is Grand Theft Auto 5, which sold the freaking 100 million copies. Grand Theft Auto 5 is an action-adventure video game developed by Rockstar North and published by Rockstar Games. It was released in September 2013 for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, in November 2014 for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and in April 2015 for Microsoft Windows. It seems like they hated Windows. I don't know, right? It is the first main entry of the Grand Theft Auto series since 2008. Grand Theft Auto 4, like they launched a video game after freaking 5 years. So yes, it's actually accepted that it sold so many. So Grand Theft Auto 5 was set in its fictional state of San Andreas based on South California. The single player follows stories 3 criminals and their efforts to commit heists while under pressure from the government agency. The open world design lets players freely roam San Andreas open countryside and the fictional city of Los Santos. Grand Theft Auto 5 is an action adventure video game play on either on a third person or first person perspective. Players complete missions, linear scenarios with set objectives to process through a story. Outside the missions, players may free roam the open world, or you can do whatever you want. You can just break stuff or kill anyone you wanted. Composed of the San Andreas open countryside area includes the fictional Blind Country and the fictional city of Los Santos. The world is much larger in area than earlier entries in the series. It may be fully explored after the game's beginning without restriction, although story progresses unlocks more gameplay content. So yeah, this was GTA 5. So moving on to number 2. So the second one is Minecraft, which sold 157 million copies. That's a lot. Minecraft is a sandbox video game created by the Swedish game developer Marcus Persson and released by Mojang in 2011. The game allows players to build with a variety of different blocks in 3D procedural generated world, requires creativity for the players. Other activities in the game includes exploring resources, gathering, crafting, and combating, which means fighting basically. Who doesn't like to fight, huh? Minecraft is a 3D sandbox game that has no specific goals to accomplish, allowing players a large amount of freedom in choosing how to play the game. However, there is an achievement system. Gameplay is in the first-person perspective by default, but players have the option for the third-person perspective. The world is composed of rough 3D objects, mainly cubes and fluids, and commonly called blocks. So yeah, commonly called blocks. They're not like cubes or fluids, they're known as blocks. Respective various materials such as dirt, stones, ores, trees, tree trunks, water, and lava. The core gameplay revolves around picking up and placing these objects. These blocks are arranged in a 3D grid. While players can move freely around the world, players can mine blocks and then place them elsewhere, enabling them to build things. So the number 1 most sold video game is the Tetris, which sold 170 million copies of it, which is the highest ever recorded. Tetris is a tile-matching puzzle video game originally designed and programmed by Soviet Russian game designer Alexei Pijotnov, which is actually a weird name. The first playable version was completed on June 6, 1984, while he was working for the Dorojnitsy Computing Center of the Academy of Science in the Soviet Union in Moscow. He derived its name from the Greek numerical prefix tetra, which actually became Tetris. Nitovic's favorite sport. The name is also used in-game to refer to play with 4 lines, the maximum continuously clearance number, and cleared at once. The object of the game is to manipulate these tetriminos by removing each of the ones sideways or rotating by the quarter turns so that they form a horizontal line with no gaps. When such line is formed, it disappears and any blocks above it falls to filling the space. When a certain number of lines are cleared, the game enters a new level. As the game progresses, each level causes the tetrimoniers to fall faster and the game ends with the stack of tetrimons reached to the top of the playing field and no tetriminos, or whatever you say, are able to enter. Some games also end after the finite number of levels or lines. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to give a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe if you are new to the channel, because it's a new channel and we upload contents every single day and you guys will like our content. So please make sure to subscribe our channel and tell us in the comment section below that which type of videos do you want next for us to make, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.